The following is a presentation of the Flex Radio.
It's the interview sessions.
The interview sessions. In conjunction with the Flex Radio.
The team of Giovanni Jackson and David L. David
bring you the latest in entertainment news.
Featuring exclusive interviews with some of your favorite TV, movie, and sports world figures.
Giovanni and David are what's in.
Keeping you entertained with their chemistry and comical personalities.
The interview sessions.
Tune in weekly as they bring you new episodes you don't want to miss.
Please like, subscribe, and download.
It's the interview sessions. The interview sessions with Giovanni Jackson and David L. David.
Once again, we're back. This is David L. David for Living with Danielle and David. And today we have a special guest. And I'm pretty sure that most of you, or all of you, will know who this guest is. But first, let me introduce you to my co-host.
Hey, everyone. It's Danielle, and we're back. The good news is, yes, we do have a great guest this time. I mean, how many of us can remember the infamous song, We Are Family? We're so excited today to have with us one of the sisters. I can't even say it. Debbie Sledge. Yay!
Hey, Debbie. How are you, Debbie?
Thank you
I'm doing
so
great.
much.
No, and I'm so very thankful that you invited me to speak with you. This is so nice for me. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's an honor having you. Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. Yeah.
I mean, how many families can you say, singing groups actually, that have been together as long as you and your sisters and, you know, have done so much just for the social climate? I can't even think of very many. So, you know, again, we're so honored to have you. And, you know, what keeps you going, you and your sisters?
Well, thank you very much for that compliment. I think that we can't really take a lot of credit. I think one of the things that's going on with our family is we just happen to be in a very public profile, and so the fans and family members get to see what's going on with us on a personal basis and as well as on the public platform. We're just living our lives and facing challenges like everyone else, but it just happens to be that we have each other. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we have our faith, and I think that's what has kept us going. And I really can't say that we can take much credit for it. I just think that we're in God's hands, and He's doing something with us. So I'm grateful for that.
Okay.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I remember just off the top of my head, speaking of faith, I mean, how wonderful it must have been to perform for the Pope, Pope Francis, at one time. And I mean, how amazing was that?
That was a huge honor and also a huge responsibility. We took it very serious. It was a serious responsibility because we wanted to make sure that we honored the fact that we are family and that we are promoting the value of family. So yes, it was a huge honor for us.
That is so true. As a matter of fact, I know. And at the time, I guess that you and your sisters made the song. I mean, I know it's hard to, know how it would resonate with everyone. But did you have maybe even just a slight inkling that this might be huge?
We had no idea that it would be this huge. All we knew was this is a great song. We love this. We're having a great time. But no, we did not have an inkling of
Oh,
of how enormous this would be, and what God would do, and how long it has lasted. I mean,
I know.
Jesus. And
I
it's
believe.
become a mantle. It's become a mission. It's become a message.
Yes.
That is, everlasting, actually.
Wow. And Debbie, I think I read you guys are from the East Coast, right? Philadelphia?
Yes, we are.
Wow.
Yes, we were all born in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Wow.
And how many family members are there? How many sisters are there? And are
There
there
are
any brothers?
there are no brothers, no blood brothers, but we all have now. We have in-laws who are brothers, which we're very
Oh,
glad about. But no, we were five sisters growing up in Philadelphia, and our mother and father were divorced and early in our lives, so we actually were raised by our mom as a single mom,
okay.
a single parent, and so we have some great stories in that behind that.
I bet. I bet.
Six women in the household. And then we have my mom herself had five sisters
Wow.
and and three brothers. So that was interesting. Sort of a matriarchal family.
Oh my.
Now, Deborah, let me ask you this question: what are some of your favorite artists, past and present? Like, what do you listen to when you jump in your car or when you're at home?
Wow. Well, I just have such admiration for many artists, but to name a few, there's Whitney Houston. I'm just so impressed and so much a fan of artists who have their unique style, and they're not copying anyone else, and they're giving you a piece of them. They're giving you a true message coming from their heart. So there's Whitney Houston, there's Aretha Franklin, there's Patti LaBelle. There's so many. There's Chaka Khan, and I'm now doing a study on Nina Simone, because I'm also doing some jazz shows, some solo jazz shows now.
Oh,
And
wow.
so I'm coming up with a show in March, April, of Nina Simone, and I'm very excited about that. She is tremendous.
Yeah,
She's just
she really is. And, also with her, the biodoc, I guess that's coming up soon, with her. I mean, that's going to be amazing too. And,
yes,
also it'll introduce the world to music, of course, that has spanned, decades as well, but, also familiarize some of the younger folks,
yes,
with, her songs. Uh,
yes. I'm very grateful that that she took the time to use her talents to speak out for the civil rights movement, and to
mhm.
encourage people to take a stand. So that's very important. I think that's very important for every artist to use their platform and their talents to promote a positive message.
Yes. It is so important, and especially, maybe over the last I don't know, 20 or so years, maybe even since the whole internet, stage has started, it seems like it's more important for people to have a message that, promotes some type of unity. But like you said, just takes a stand one way or the other.
Yes.
And your
Yes.
music has always done that, the music of,
Thank you.
you and your family. But I had a question too. I mean, of course, being raised with all of your sisters and then your mom and all of her sisters, gosh, that must have been so fun. What would you say is something that you learned, say, from your sisters growing up? Like maybe one or two things that you learned from them about life
Well,
or
all of my sisters have such very strong personalities. I grew up in a family of very strong-willed women,
hmm
all of us. So of course there were clashes, but the thing that I love about them is they're strong-willed.
yes,
Very
yes.
strong women, very strong women. And my mom's the word in our house was can't is not in the dictionary, so we weren't even allowed to say I can't do something.
Wow.
And I think that's a message in a lot of that's a message that speaks for a lot of black women, especially. You don't
hmm
tell a black woman she can't do something.
Right. Yeah. Big no no. Big no no.
Yeah, yeah. And that was the word of our family. Um, um, and my mom, there are several quotes from her. Go the extra mile. Can is
Oh,
not in the dictionary.
I
You
like
know,
that.
all kinds of encouraging but strengthening words. So,
Right.
and she made us study. We were going to go to college. It wasn't even a question.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to finish our education. That wasn't a question. So when music and the music career sort of started taking off, that was a ground um, rule. You are going to finish your education. So no matter what,
Wow.
uh,
Okay.
we had to study even while traveling.
Wow. Wow. And that definitely, helps in terms of the business side of the music business too, I'm sure.
Yes,
Being able to stay in school so you don't kind of learn it on the way.
definitely, definitely. And I believe that all of I admire. You said what are the things? Some of the things that I learned from my sisters.
Mm-hmm.
I admire that they are very clear thinkers. They're
Mm.
very very smart. Uh, they're they they use their brains, and we were some of the first to finish a college education in our family. So
Oh
we went
wow.
into college. We went into college with a sort of an intimidation. What's this going to be like? But soon learned that, oh my goodness, we can do this. This is not as bad as we thought.
Right, right.
We're sitting in lots of classes that we had were, there were few blacks in these classes, and
Wow.
so you
Okay.
and you and there was a lot of racism that we also came up against, but that only challenged us. And that's another thing. She taught us that we lived in a racist neighborhood because she moved.
Okay.
As a single parent, she moved us into what she felt was a better place for us. In other words, she didn't want us in a neighborhood where we could see drugs on the corners. So
Mhm.
she somehow God moved her to God helped her to move into a place where it happened to be a very racist neighborhood. We didn't know it at the time. We were just moving to a nice house,
Right, right.
and uh, we soon learned, wow, this is pretty bad here.
Oh, you had some actual examples, for instance, people saying things to you, or?
We actually had, yeah, lots of instances where we ran up against racism. Our car was broken into.
Wow.
Our costumes were taken out. I mean, they were just pranks, but my mom, one of the things she said was, this is just ignorance.
Right.
And we never were afraid. We just recognized it because we believed everything our mom said. This is ignorance.
Right,
So
exactly.
exactly what it was. Yeah, yeah. Because anybody that travels in groups with white hoods on their heads and they're afraid
Yeah.
to show themselves.
Yeah. They
That's
can't be
fear.
too smart. Right.
Right.
Wow.
So we ran up against Ku Klux Klan. We ran up against breaking into our home. Our car windows were smashed.
Wow.
Wow.
And but we had some funny stories. Even in those days, we did meet some good friends, even in that neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
But we were never afraid. A cross was burnt in our yard.
No. Wow.
Wow.
What was that like?
A giant.
I can imagine.
Um, we actually came home at night from a show, because at that time we had started singing, and we would travel and then come back to our home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the night we came back to our home, we could see out the back of our window a huge cross burning.
Wow.
And of course, we called the police, who were part of the Klan.
Right, exactly.
But
gosh.
but we actually, there was no fear. We looked at that and said, "Boy, they must be really scared."
Yeah, exactly.
These 5 little black women.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, I think when you put it in that context too, that, they must have severe inferiority complexes to be intimidated,
Really?
I mean, because we're all people at the end of the day, but you were the groundbreakers in terms of moving into that neighborhood and, introducing them to, this is a black family,
Right.
Wow.
So now,
And we
Debbie,
had patrons with the children there, because we were pretty young. So.
Oh, okay.
So now, Debbie, I have a question. So, how many number one hits did you guys have? I mean, I remember, We Are Family,
Many, yeah.
My Guy. Oh my God,
Greatest
he's the greatest
dancer.
dancer. Oh my, I mean, the
That
list
one.
goes on. But how many number one hits did you guys have?
I don't know. We have to. Maybe I have to say it by albums, I guess, because, of course, the albums that were produced by Niall and Bernard, every single one of those became,
Was a hit. Mm-hmm.
yeah, on that album. And then there was the second one, "Love Somebody Today," which was great. I think that that one should have been just as big as We Are Family, but it wasn't promoted the same way We Are Family was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then there was album produced by Michael Narda.
Narada. Oh, yes.
Yeah, that was where All American Girls, and I think My Guy was on that one.
Yeah,
Sure.
every time
Yeah, I
I
remember
think of My Guy, every time I listen to it, I think of that episode of The Jeffersons.
Yeah.
How was that like working with Sherman Hemsley and?
Oh, that was so much fun, because those two are just as funny off camera as they are on camera. They're so nice, and and so funny, so relaxed, and they just made us feel very relaxed, and we had a good time, had a really good time. And Sherman Hemsley is quite kind of quiet on the quiet side, off camera,
Really?
but just as funny.
Just
Yeah.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to, you know, change the subject to something negative again, but I was curious about this. Do you remember there was the campaign to end violence against women? Who
Yes.
came up with that concept, and what was that like performing with all of those other amazing women?
Well, we got involved with Action Aid UK, and they are working very hard to to actually make all of us aware of the issues that women face, and that is one of the things that we feel very strongly about.
Okay.
Um, and then there's also the United Nations. There is an agency within the United Nations. It's run by a black woman, and I'm sorry I don't have that name in front of me right now. But she started also the campaign, and that was the Orange movement to make
Okay.
everyone aware of the issues of violence that women face. I
Wow.
will find that information out. Yeah, but we were very um, grateful to be able to join in making others aware and making all of us
Yeah.
aware of the issues and the challenges that we face as women.
hmm And it's so weird because, it was back in 2011, I believe, when it started, 2010, 2011. So, even 5 or 6 years down the line, do you think that some improvements have been made just in getting that word out, or do you think we're kind of at the same place we were back when we started the movement?
I don't. I think there's improvement as far as getting the word out, and there's also as far as making women aware that they don't have to be victims. They
hmm
can, there's there. Joni actually attended a conference where one of the speakers, and I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared for this, which I would have had more information in front of me.
I don't know.
But, but one of the speakers, her main line, and I think there's actually a picture of Joni holding up a message, and the message is that fear just makes you stronger.
Mm,
Doesn't
okay.
destroy you; it makes you stronger because you as women, we have to realize that fear is a tool to try and destroy us,
Yep.
but we are actually more powerful than that, and we can stand against it, and it just will make us stronger if the enemy comes against us with that.
Right. Right. hmm
Actually, right, yeah. And love is the key because that's stronger.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you're right because I just put something actually on my Facebook last week about fear and the saying um false evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
And it paralyzes us, many times. And I think it's beautiful that through music, which is something that unites everyone, that you were able to realize this and make some strides, in terms of bringing attention to violence against women. So I really think just because of your music, that had the power to, heal everyone and uplift everyone. So I thought that was great.
Oh, thank you. I believe, yes, I believe we've made some strides, but we have a long way to go. But one of the biggest uh, gains that we have made is just a revelation that um, we have a strength within us, and we need to pull that strength out and
Hmm.
face some of these things. We may be a weaker vessel as far as our physical strength, but we have far more strength than um, we can imagine within us.
Right. Because I guess as women, we're more the nurturing type, so, taking care of everyone. Yeah, but we don't have the physical strength. But, um,
Right. We have we have the strength of love
hmm
that is very powerful, and
yeah, yeah,
we need to tap into it.
yeah, I think it's the most powerful thing, actually, because
Yeah.
we always talk about how hate is so weak. I mean, it's not a progressive emotion at all. Um, oh, I know what I wanted to know. Your children or nieces and nephews, are any of them involved in the music business?
Yes, as a matter of fact, my daughter is a singer, and she's actually the lead singer in a band called the Phoenix Afrobeat Orchestra,
Oh,
and their band is doing tremendous. I'm very proud of her. She also appeared in some jazz performances in Copenhagen,
oh,
and they've asked her to come back. So I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more from her. And then there's my son, who is he's a hip hop artist. He has a beautiful singing voice. And then there's Joni's son, Thaddeus. He's
okay,
actually joining us uh, on some of our concerts as a backing
oh,
vocalist.
okay.
He's got a great voice, great personality, and we've only had him on a few shows, but we want to make him permanent because he loves it and we love him. So,
Right. And he's family. Now, you
yeah,
said your daughter and your son. Now, what are their names?
Camille, she goes by the name of Camille Sledge,
I like that.
and she's actually on Facebook. You'll see her, and she has a website. Her band, Phoenix Afrobeat Orchestra. She also, along with her husband, are running the School of Hip Hop, the Phoenix School of Hip Hop in Arizona, in Phoenix.
Wow.
And there's also a website there.
Okay. School of Hip
It's
Hop.
Phoenix School of Hip Hop.org, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's my son's name is David, and his last name is Young. It's
Okay.
from, because my children are from my former marriage,
Okay.
and he goes by the name of Dave Young, Young Dave,
Young Dave.
Young,
Okay.
yeah, Young Dave. And then there's Thaddeus, is Joni's son. Thaddeus,
Okay.
Thaddeus White.
Okay. White.
And then Kim's daughters are have beautiful voices. Kim's daughter Lara is studying medicine.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, but she has a beautiful voice, singing voice, and every now and then she will actually both of her daughters are appearing with Kim on a Christmas CD that was released a couple years ago.
Oh,
So I think it's called Joy. I think it's called
okay.
Joy. And that's Laura and
Mm-hmm.
Julie.
And
and
Julie. Okay.
their last name is Allen.
Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Wow, musical family.
I know. I know. And I wonder what it was like, for them growing up in such a hugely famous family. Your kids in particular. It obviously had an impact because they're in the industry, so they got to see a lot. I bet.
They they I guess it turned out to be the normal craziness because they traveled with us whenever we could. My kids traveled with me when they were little, and
Oh,
they saw shows at a very young age.
right.
Practically grew up in the middle of the music. And I guess they saw that as normal craziness.
Right. Right. Oh, that's neat.
And Debbie, so what type of awards do you guys have?
Oh, well, we have awards like Keys to Cities. Um, we have the Grammy nomination of '79, and we weren't awarded the Grammy, but that's a huge thing for
It's
us.
right. Right.
And one of the things that we feel very proud about is when we were categorized. They just had one category for the groups, so we were there with Earth, Wind, and Fire. I mean, I'm saying just to be in the same category
Right.
as Earth, and Fire for us was just an honor. I think that year Earth, Wind, and Fire won.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they felt the same way about you as a group, you and
Yeah,
your
I'm sure.
sisters.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. We were newcomers on the scene, and they had been out for a while. Well, at least we were huge fans.
Right, right. Now, here's something interesting. I heard that you are a chocoholic.
Oh, where did you hear that?
A little birdie told me. So,
What?
so now when did you discover that chocolate was the thing, or just have you always been that way?
I don't know. I think I've always been that way. Chocolate is just chocolate is awesome.
I know, it's so satisfying. I'm with you there, definitely.
It is.
And even white chocolate or the dark chocolate, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Well, I love dark chocolate. I mean, I've studied it. I try to make sure that no matter what country I go to, I test out their chocolate.
Look at that. Wow.
I'm on a quest to find the best brownies in the world. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So far, who has it in terms of the best brownies? Like what country do you think?
oh, well, well, France has the great chocolate. I mean, because
Oh,
it's just dark and rich.
yeah. Okay.
Some great chocolate tarts in France, and then there's some very deep dark chocolate hot chocolate in Italy. They
Yum.
have the best
Okay.
hot chocolate. It's just rich. And
Yeah.
then there's some great chocolate cookies in England.
Okay.
There's some
Okay.
great chocolate cookies, and they're just they're everywhere, and I just make sure I test them out. I
Right.
just
Take a little bit from everywhere.
yeah, but I have to try to watch it. So because it's not good for the weight.
I know, but
So
you have
try.
always been slender. I mean, because I noticed that you guys have always, maintained your weight and look great. I mean, all of you look great today.
Oh well, thank you. Thank you. It's just I guess we have to just constantly watch and
Mhm.
just try to be aware. Sometimes I throw it out the window because if you're in a place like Italy, I also love pasta, so I
Yeah.
just throw it out the window if I'm in Italy.
And the gelato too.
Oh,
Do you
gelato,
like
yeah,
love the gelato? Oh my gosh.
oh, gelato is great. Oh, oh,
Um, Now I understand you have another love in terms of painting.
oh,
Tell
yeah.
us about that.
Well, part of my education was in art school, and I found out that I do love drawing and painting. I had a chance to try different media while going through art school, and it was also during the time that I was traveling. So that was that kind of I didn't really get a chance to really dig in as to really what I really love. So I love all of it. I love ceramics,
Oh, okay.
sculpting. I love watercolor. I love painting. I love
Oh,
pastel, mixed media,
oh,
and
wow.
I try to travel with some just colored pencils to just do drawings during my travels, but it's very hard to find the time to
Yeah,
do it. But I'm
I
determined
bet.
trying.
Now, do you have any of your pieces on display anywhere or for sale anywhere?
Uh, Actually, that is a thing that I'm thinking about. I don't really have my pieces on for sale because I have a habit of giving them away,
Oh, okay.
or family members confiscate them.
Right, right.
So they're all over. They're all over, family members' walls.
I
But
can imagine. Please let us know,
um,
when we can, see them and, maybe even purchase them because I bet they're beautiful just, with all the places you visited and
well, thank you. I'm going to try to place some of them on my website,
oh, okay.
Sledge.com. That's what I'm going to try to do.
Okay.
So I'm working on that, and um, and then we have some ideas to also offer some artwork on the Sister Sledge website. So we're
Okay.
working on that too.
Excellent. And then you have another website. Can you tell us about the Nothing is Greater Than Love?
Yes, nothing is greater than love. Was a blog that was started um, um, back in 2015 when we performed for the Pope. Um,
Okay.
we, we came across some challenges with within our own family because at the time there was a conflict with our sister Kathy, who
Okay.
who we actually, and that's something that's an ongoing story that's actually before the public that I know is going to come out great. That is going to be an encouragement to other families. But we have challenges within our family. When Kathy left the group, she left with a desire to start her own solo career,
Okay.
which which was fine. But then she didn't really leave Sister Sledge alone. She started another Sister Sledge,
Oh,
which was which was kind of bad.
yeah.
And instead of kind of talking to us about it and coming to some kind of uh, agreement with that, she kind of cut off communication. So, and
Okay.
actually, communication is not really opened up. Although we'll keep trying.
Yes, yes.
But when we performed for the Pope, she contacted us like 2 days before performing, and she wanted to join us. And we said, great, this is awesome, just so good to hear from you. Let's talk about this. Um, and then there was some communication that didn't go well,
Oh,
and we decided that in order to do a performance that was real, because we took it very serious. We wanted to show unity, and we didn't want to have any fakeness in there. And the communication there was not good. She made a lot of demands.
mhm.
It wasn't good. So we said, look, let's talk about this afterwards. And out of that, instead of talking about it, there was a lot of bad press. So we started the blog to make a statement that nothing is greater than love.
Mhm.
It's going to conquer all of this. So
All
we
of it.
encourage people to tell stories, to bring their stories of triumph over conflict through love.
That
And
is wonderful.
I actually met your sister a couple of years ago. I met Kathy a couple of years ago.
okay,
Yeah.
and I hope well, I know she's doing well. I keep up with her career, and I'm very proud of her. And she's doing great. I'm a fan of hers,
Mhm.
and we just keep her in prayer. But and I'm sure she was doing great. I, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think I spoke to her for about 5 seconds.
Oh,
My first and only
Okay.
time ever. Because a friend of mine managed her, John. He just died actually last year, sometime during
Oh,
last year. Yeah, so I just got a chance to meet her real quick. But you guys, yeah, all you guys are so beautiful. I mean, it was an honor to meet her. It's an honor to talk to you, of course. And I just hope everything works out for the best. I know it will.
thank you.
yeah.
I know it will. I know it will. I feel I know very strongly that it will. And I'm looking forward to it because it's going to be a triumph for lots
Yes.
of families that are going through things.
Yeah.
Uh,
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah.
And Deborah, you have
Yeah.
such a smooth voice. I could never be mad at you. You would just, I'm like, okay.
Well,
Say whatever you want. But that's true. I mean, all families go through something. And, it would be wonderful, like you said, just keep everyone in prayer. And, it's not something you can force on someone. They just have to, get through whatever it is they're going through. And, you'll be
yeah.
back together soon.
Yeah. Yeah, we will. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And,
So,
and and if you come across Kathy, give her my love. Tell her I love her.
well, like I said, that was the first and only time I ever saw her. Never saw her again before. I never saw her before that. Never saw her after that. So if I do run into her,
Yeah.
I will let her know. But now, Debbie, so I want you to tell your fans, tell our fans. I know you said you're on Facebook. And you have your website, but I just want you to let your fans know how they can reach you if they did want to contact you. If they wanted, maybe you guys to, perform, or how could they reach you?
Oh, okay. Well, you can always reach us through. First of all, if for performances, you can contact us through Sal Michaels and Pyramid Entertainment, and they have their own website, pyraminentertainment.com.
Pyramid. Okay, Pyramid Entertainment.
Mm-hmm. You can go to sistersledge.com and contact us through there. And there's also the contact information there on the contact page.
Okay.
And there's also on my website, debbiesledge.com,
Okay.
also a contact page there. And I have, if it's for jazz performances, there's contact information there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are your other sisters performing different types of music as well?
We actually all have our individual music. Kim has, like I said, she has her gospel CDs out, her Christmas CDs.
Okay.
Joni has original music. She's got a beautiful CD called True, TRU. And she's a great writer. I love her writings, her songs. And then, but as a group, we're all very committed to collectively bring our creative, creative gifts together and bring our message, very strong, because we have a message, and the message is unity.
Yes.
So that's priority with us. And we support each other's individual endeavors. And the reality is that in supporting our individual creativity and supporting us, our individual growth, we're also supporting our unity and ourselves as a unit.
Yeah.
So we bring the best of all that we have to the group.
Right. And I think unity, is such a great platform, especially nowadays, both in the African American community, but just, for everyone in the world, coming together. And, we're really appreciative, to have you and your sisters provide that message for everyone.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I think it's an important message, and it's especially important for today. We have such division going on, and there's actually, there's a war going on, and that's a spiritual warfare. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't realize, there's a mix-up in communication on purpose. So right. If you realize it, you're setting you're positioning yourself to resist it, to resist that notion to be to step into a divisive
right.
platform. Yeah.
All right, Debbie. So listen, it was such an honor, such a pleasure talking to you.
It really was.
We know that you were very busy. You're out in Paris. We know you took some time off, but you're also busy doing some work, as you said. So we're not going to hold you, because we probably can talk to you for about another 5 or 6 hours.
I really enjoyed talking to you both.
Yeah, definitely. And I sent you while we were talking, I looked you up on Facebook, and I sent you a friend request. So you should see that, David L. David.
Okay. All right. I will.
Yeah. And I think I see a picture of Camille. I believe
this
is Camille.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Very, very pretty. Wow. Okay. So, So once again, guys, you guys have been listening to Debra Sledge. I mean, you know her as one of the original members of the group Sister Sledge, with hits like, oh my God, My Guy, We Are Family.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's
the greatest dancer. It's just way too many to name. But, it was such a pleasure, talking to Miss Debra here. And, like I said, that voice is so smooth, and you sound like you're so patient. Like me, I would have just been running. I would have been running through the interview. But you sound
she's just so elegant and
so
sincere. I can feel that in your spirit. So it definitely comes through, and we appreciate you taking the time.
Appreciate that. Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Thank you. And it was such a pleasure talking to both of you, and continued success.
Thank you. We appreciate that so much. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is David L. David for Living with Danielle and David, and we have been talking to Miss Debra Sledge of the group Sister Sledge. Hope you guys enjoy our show, and Danielle, take us out.
All righty. We'll see you next time.
Take care. Peace.
Frisco, I was cruising with my favorite gang. The place was so boring, filled with out-of-towners touring. I knew that it wasn't my thing. I really wasn't caring, but I felt my eyes staring at a guy who stuck out in the crowd. He had the kind of body that would shame Adonis, and a face that would make any man proud. Oh, what wow! He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow! When I say, oh, what wow! He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow! The champion of dance, his moves will put you in a trance, and he never leaves the disco alone. Arrogance but not conceit, as a man he's complete. My creme de la creme, please take me home. He wears the finest clothes, the best designers, heaven knows. Ooh, from his head down to his toes. Halston, Gucci, Fiorucci. He looks like a steal. That man is dressed to kill. Oh, what wow! He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow! I've ever seen him. He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow! Ooh, 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 wow! Oh, what wow! Yeah. He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow!
Thanks for tuning in. Don't
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
hit that follow button to be notified when new episodes are released.
Choose your platform.
Listen to us on Amazon Music,
YouTube Podcast,
Apple Podcasts,
iHeartRadio,
and Spotify
The Interview Sessions.
on the Flex Radio.
Ranked 66 out of more than 2.5 million other podcasts.
Tune in directly.
Download the Flex Radio app today.